Do you ever wonder how much protein you truly need to build muscle? If you are into fitness or muscle building, chances are you've heard about the importance of protein. It's a big deal, right? Well, it's commonly believed that protein is the key to muscle growth. Everywhere we turn, we hear the same advice. Protein, protein, protein. It's pumped into our fitness routines, our meal plans, and our protein shakes. Some even swear by the supposed optimal intake of 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. That's a lot of protein. But is it all true? Do we really need that much? Or could it be that we've been sold a protein-packed tale? So, is the popular belief accurate, or is it a fitness myth? Let's dive deeper. Protein, often called the building block of the body, plays a crucial role in muscle development. Now, why do we call protein the building block? Well, it's because proteins are made up of amino acids, which are essentially the bricks that construct our muscles. There are 20 different types of amino acids that can be combined to make a protein. Our bodies can produce 11 of these, but the other 9, known as essential amino acids, must be obtained from the food we eat. But it's not just about eating protein, it's about how our body uses it. You see, when we exercise, especially when we do strength training or heavy lifting, we create microscopic tears in our muscle fibers. Sounds scary, right? But don't worry, this is a good thing. It's this damage that signals our bodies to begin the process of muscle repair and growth, a process known as protein synthesis. During protein synthesis, our bodies use the amino acids from the protein we've consumed to repair these tears and build the muscles back up, making them stronger and larger over time. This is why consuming protein after a workout is often recommended, as it provides the body with the necessary building blocks to facilitate this repair process. Now, there's an abundance of research to back this up. For instance, a study published in the Journal of Physiology showed that protein synthesis increases by as much as 50% in the hours following a strength training session, and it doesn't stop there. The same study found that this elevated rate of protein synthesis can continue for up to 48 hours post-exercise. So, it's not just about eating protein, it's about when you eat it and how you train that truly maximizes its benefits. It's a delicate dance between nutrition and exercise, a dance that, when done correctly, leads to muscle growth. It's clear that protein plays a significant role in muscle growth, but how much is really necessary? The debate on the optimal daily protein intake rages on in the fitness world. As we delve into the sea of research, it's clear that there's no one-size-fits-all answer. The protein intake that works best for you may depend on several factors, including your weight, activity level, and overall health. One of the most commonly cited suggestions for protein intake is 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. This recommendation is often championed by fitness enthusiasts and bodybuilders who claim that this amount of protein is necessary for optimal muscle growth. This figure is based on a range of studies which have shown a positive correlation between higher protein intake and increased muscle mass. For example, a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that individuals who consumed 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day saw significant improvements in muscle mass and strength compared to those who consumed less protein. Another study published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition came to a similar conclusion, finding that higher protein intake was associated with better muscle growth and recovery. However, it's important to note that these studies often involve individuals who are engaging in intense physical activity. If you're leading a more sedentary lifestyle, your protein needs may be lower. Additionally, these studies typically look at short-term results, and long-term effects of high protein intake are less well understood. Moreover, the 1.6 grams per kilogram figure isn't universally accepted. Some researchers argue that this amount of protein might be more than what's necessary for most people. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition suggests that 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day is sufficient for muscle growth. So while the 1.6 grams per kilogram mantra is widespread, it's not the be-all and end-all. It's essential to tailor your protein intake to your individual needs and goals. After all, the aim is to nourish your body, not just to hit a number on a scale. However, not all research agrees with this optimal intake. There is research that challenges the optimal protein intake theory. Now let's pause for a moment to consider this. What if the widely accepted threshold of protein intake for muscle growth isn't the be-all and end-all? Studies are emerging that suggest lower protein intake can still support muscle growth. Yes, you heard that right. There's a school of thought that argues the body can adapt to lower protein intake and still build muscle. It's not about hitting a certain number, but rather how your body uses the protein it receives. One such study in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition found that even athletes consuming protein well below the recommended amount still made significant gains. The body, it seems, has a remarkable ability to adapt and make the most of what it's given. In another study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, researchers found that lower protein diets didn't impede muscle growth, as long as resistance training was involved. This suggests that the body can still effectively build muscle with less protein if it's being appropriately challenged through physical activity. Another interesting point is the role of protein quality. It's not just about the quantity, but the quality of the protein we consume. Consuming high-quality protein, rich in essential amino acids, can lead to similar muscle growth outcomes as higher quantity, lower quality protein intake. But let's take a step back here. It's crucial to remember that while these studies challenge the status quo, they don't negate the importance of protein. Protein is still a vital nutrient for muscle growth. It's just that the body is more adaptable and more efficient than we give it credit for. So, while protein is crucial, it's not a simple more equals better equation. It's about how your body uses the protein, the quality of the protein you consume, and how it fits into a balanced diet and exercise routine. It's time to rethink the protein puzzle and consider that maybe, just maybe, we don't need as much as we've been led to believe. It seems that balance, as with many things in life, is key when it comes to protein intake. Now, don't get us wrong. Protein is indeed a vital player in the game of muscle building. It's the star athlete, the quarterback if you will. But even the best quarterback can't win the game alone. This is where a balanced diet comes into play. Just like a well-rounded team, your body needs a variety of nutrients to function optimally. Carbohydrates, for instance, are your body's primary source of energy. They fuel your workouts, enabling you to push harder and lift heavier. Fats, on the other hand, are essential for hormone production, including those involved in muscle growth and recovery. Alongside these macronutrients, there are also micronutrients, vitamins and minerals, that play crucial roles in various bodily functions, including the process of muscle development. Iron, for example, is involved in the transport of oxygen to your muscles, while calcium is necessary for muscle contraction. In the grand scheme of things, excessive protein intake can put a strain on your kidneys. Picture this. Your kidneys are like a filtering system, and protein is like sand. A little bit of sand won't clog the system, but if you keep pouring it in, eventually, it's going to cause problems. That's not to say you should skimp on protein. Rather, it's about finding a balance. The optimal protein intake will vary from person to person, depending on factors like their activity level, age, and overall health. In the end, remember that building muscle is not just about chugging down protein shakes and gobbling up chicken breasts. It's about nourishing your body with a variety of nutrients, staying active, and giving your body the rest it needs to recover and grow. Therefore, while protein is essential, it's not the only factor in muscle growth. A balanced approach to nutrition, combined with regular exercise and adequate rest, is the real secret to building and maintaining muscle mass. So, do you really need lots of protein to build muscle? It's a question that sparked many a debate, and we've dug deep into it today. We've unraveled the mystery of protein, acknowledging it as the fundamental building block of muscle. We've navigated the contentious waters of protein intake, challenging the status quo, and questioning the so-called optimal intake. It's clear that protein plays a crucial role in muscle building, but it's not the be-all and end-all. A balanced approach is key. Consuming protein should never overshadow the importance of a varied, nutritious diet and a well-rounded exercise regimen. In a nutshell, protein is significant, but it's not the only ingredient in the recipe for muscle building. A healthy, balanced lifestyle will always reign supreme. Remember, it's not about how much protein you consume, but rather, how you consume it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.